Hi, this is Michael Regan with the Regan Team Home Loan Group, and here's your weekly real estate roundup for Tuesday, March 24th, 2026. First, we're going to get to new home sales for January. So, new home sales were down 17.6% month over month and 11.3% year over year. So many of these homes you can't even buy. And that is why the new home builder survey that I went over last week was pessimistic for builders because they didn't see a lot of activity this January. Now, again, there was a lot of bad weather on the East Coast that contributed to some of this, but it was also a slow start to the year, but it picked up after that. Now to the chart. So we're down 32 basis points in the Fannie Mae 30-year fix, and you'll see these charts. Red is bad for rates, green is good. And since the war in Iran started, you see what's happening to rates, just worse and worse and worse, and had some huge down days where now you're seeing the average 30-year fixed over 6.5, getting closer to 6.75 is what you're seeing more and more. And obviously there's huge swings every day. You do get random green spots when a piece of news comes out. You can tell the market really wants this war to be over because as soon as there's any inclination that the war could be ending soon, you have some up days. So there is a lot of want for that, but nonetheless, rates have gotten significantly worse than they were just a month ago, which is really unfortunate because there was a ton of demand starting as rates approach 6%. What I want people to realize, especially home buyers, is this is your opportunity. When rates come down, a lot of people come off the sidelines and get into the market. In fact, I've had clients that have had to deal with multiple offers, and one house went 90,000 over ask price because there were so many buyers competing for that one house. What happens is when rates go up, some of those same home buyers now go back to the sidelines and they wait for rates to come back down. Who knows when that'll happen? What a really savvy home buyer does is that's when they shop. They realize that there's less competition and so there's more availability for those homes and they won't have to overpay for them like they would in a really heated market. And what happens, we've already seen it, is as soon as rates come back down, there's going to be a really crazy busy market. So what you do now is you buy now, and then when rates come down, whenever that is, you just go ahead and rewrite your mortgage, get that lower rate, but you're not going to have to be overpaying for the house. And what I showed on a video a few weeks ago was that all the price gains, especially when prices go up on a home, happen once rates come down. Well, if you buy before rates come down, then you're going to benefit from the appreciation that you wouldn't if you bought when rates were at their lowest because the appreciation is already happening or happened. So you missed out on all of that. So there's a big opportunity to buy when rates are elevated because you're not going to have to deal with as much competition. And then whenever they come down, you're going to benefit from that appreciation. That's it for this week's real estate wrap up. And don't forget, we specialize in reverse mortgages and cash flow loans for self employed business owners and investors. Have a great week.